Hi everyone, today we're going to read a story about following the rules, and then we're going to talk about why it's so important that everyone follows the rules and why there are rules for us to follow. So this book is called I Can Follow the Rules by Molly Smith and illustrated by Julia Patton. Anna, I yelled across the room. Do you want to play with me? Remember the rules, Ava, said Miss Jan. Please use your inside voice. And the rules over here say, our classroom rules. Use your inside voice, use your walking feet, use your listening ears, take turns, and share. Be kind to one another. So I ran over to talk to Anna. Slow down, Ava, said Miss Jan. Use your walking feet, please. Anna buried herself in blocks. Help me, Super Ava, she cried. I came running super fast, and then I tried to super leap over the dollhouse. My super toe caught on the roof. Crash, smash, Miss Jan came over. What happened, she asked. I was Super Ava, and then I was running, and then I was leaping, and then I fell, I explained. We want you to have lots of fun, said Miss Jan, but we also have rules, so you will be safe. I'm sorry, I said. I will follow the rules. I know you can, said Miss Jan. And then Anna gave me a big hug and remembered our last classroom rule. Be kind to one another. And that's the best rule of all. Here is the other picture from the last page. And this is the last page. So in this book, there are some rules that Anna had to try to remember how it worked. So she had to remember that she had to not yell across the classroom. And then she was running. So she had to remember not to run. She should be walking. And then the last rule of all was to be kind. So she gave her friend a hug afterwards. So this is a short little book about following the rules, and your classroom or your house might have other rules that you follow. So they might be, just like in the book, use your inside voice, maybe no running in the house, or maybe no drinking or eating in the living room or on the couch. You have to stay in the kitchen or the dining room. There might be other rules where you can't eat or drink in your room. There might be rules so you have to take off your shoes before you walk all the way through the house. You have to take them off near the door. There might be a lot of other rules in your house, and they might be different in someone else's house than your house. You might have some of the same rules, but some might be different. Some people might be able to wear their shoes throughout their house, and some people may not. So these are just some examples of rules that we have to follow depending on where we are. Now, when we're outside, of course, we can run and play as long as our teachers tells us or our parents tell us that it's okay and it's safe. But if we're lining up after recess or if we're ready to go back inside, we can't be running around. We have to make sure we're listening for the next instruction. So the reason why we have rules, the book kind of touched on it, is that it helps us, number one, be safe. And so no running inside is because we can fall and trip, kind of like what happened in the book to Anna. She fell and tripped, I think, on the dollhouse it was. So it's really important to make sure that you follow the rules because we want to keep you safe. And the second part is that it keeps it fair. So if everybody's following the rules, that means no one's running in the house. They're all walking. If they're not, and everyone's using their inside voice. And so it kind of keeps everybody on the same page and everyone is following the same rules. and it keeps everything fair. So that's kind of reason why we have some rules. So I want you to think about some of the rules that you have in your house and with your parents or your brothers and sisters. And are those the same rules that you have in school? And are those the same rules you use outside? Like when we're near a street or riding our bikes, what are the different kinds of rules in different situations that you know?